Welcome, fellow KISS fans. Welcome to It's All For You Demons, celebrating the fun of being a KISS fan. And tonight, we're going to talk posters, and it's hard. It's whispering sweet nothings in my ear. It's hard to talk posters, I guess, in the fashion that I normally do these videos. So,
a few moments later,
coming in for smoochies as well.
Alright.
So tonight, we're going to talk Dynasty posters, as this is the self-proclaimed year of Dynasty. And I thought before we would do that, we would take it back to 1994. Because these Dynasty posters, life has gone full circle. One day in 1994, working in Hastings, they were playing Weezer. I took one look at that Weezer album cover with that blue background and four guys that looked like they just left your high school geometry class. And I didn't like them, because to me, they weren't larger than life, so they had to be grunge. And then a song came on called In My Garage. And in that song, as you are all familiar, the lyrics say, I've got posters on my wall, my favorite rock group KISS, I've got Ace Frehley, I've got Peter Criss. And that changed me. I didn't become a huge Weezer fan, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give these guys a shot. I bought the CD. Not bad. Nothing I would say I was a diehard fan of, but I like that song because that song was me in 1994. Because probably a year earlier, 1993, Danny and I began shopping at a store called Xanadu.
At Xanadu, we have posters, rock, girls, movies and stars, blocks, animals, kids and cars, and wild art such as Matthews, Beans, and others. Over 3,000 to choose from. Colorful tapestries, we have them all. Over 100 on display. We feature the largest selection of t-shirts in the Kansas City area. Rock, new wave, hardcore, bikers, and tie-dye. Also buttons, patches, hats, jewelry, and many collectibles. Always new and exciting merchandise arriving weekly. Xanadu, if we don't have it, nobody does.
And Xanadu was your typical head shop, and in that head shop, I bought some of the coolest KISS posters I've ever had in my entire life. So it is very crazy and cool to me that in 2023, these posters have re-entered my life and are now hanging in the Wax Night basement, when back in 1993 I was just a 19-year-old kid, big rock and roll dreams, with these posters on my wall, much like the Weezer song. And I feel, as far as being a KISS collector and a KISS fan for all these years, it is pretty badass when the shit you loved when you were 19 years old, you still love when you're 49 years old. And man, you know, this year, it all ends touring-wise. It's been a hell of a ride. I have loved every single day of it. I am proud to be a KISS fan. And let's take a look at the Dynasty posters. The year of Dynasty, 2023, in the Wax Night basement. So as this is the year of Dynasty, I've kind of decided to make the back wall underneath the green lights like a little Dynasty section. And to do so, just was on the lookout for anything Dynasty, and up popped the 1979 poster book posters. This magazine is probably one of the highest collectible magazines. Rarely do you see it pop up with the posters in it, and if so, it draws a pretty big price. I had always had the Peter Criss poster, but never actually knew where it came from. And then once these popped up, I did officially realize where it came from, and it was the 79 poster book. So I bought the posters, no magazine, still on the lookout for the magazine. And unfortunately, I was not able to put all of the poster book posters together side by side. So what I did was I had Paul and Gene kind of begin the entrance to the Dynasty section. These are the superhero sessions, and the reverse side of all of these posters have a black and white photo. So again, tough decision. Do I show the black and white version or do I show the color? These, of course, the superhero sessions, you have to show the color. then inside the Dynasty Cove, as I like to refer to it as, the Peter Criss poster that I have had for decades and never knew it was from that book. And then, of course, the Ace Frehley below. And the absolute crowning achievement, the icing on the cake of the Dynasty Cove, is all four of the Viewmaster posters. This is my bedroom, 1995. You see the posters I got at Xanadu. Above my dog Daisy is the Gene Simmons glitter poster. Got a Crow poster, of course, because everyone loved the Crow in 1995. That Dynasty poster above the Crow is a gigantic Subway poster. And next to the Dynasty poster, the Ace Frehley Viewmaster Session poster that I absolutely loved. And, you know, when I heard that Weezer song, this is the poster I thought of. Bought this poster at Xanadu in 1993, and it was always one of my favorite posters because I, too, was a guitar player, and I wanted to be in the biggest band in the world. That was Danny and I's goal. Form the biggest band in the world. So we did form a band called Dreadful Etiquette, and we set up in the basement of my mom's house. Wood paneled basement. So much fun. Had a spiral staircase that led to it. Mirrored walls. We put party lights in the ceiling lights. It was a wax night heaven down there. But I put that Ace Frehley poster above my amp because it was my inspiration. And if you see above my guitar here in this photo, the Paul Stanley Viewmaster Session poster that I also bought at Xanadu. Again, I had Ace and Paul back in 1993 from Xanadu. Never owned Gene, never owned Peter. I've never actually seen Gene or Peter's in person. Peter's back there. Sorry for the glare. These are all the posters from the Viewmaster sessions where they did like that 3D art with them. But I was able to get all four of these, and it is so very cool to have Paul and Ace back on my wall, much like they were in my basement in 1993, dreaming big rock and roll dreams.
Right.
I was just a 19-year-old kid, you know, the world was a giant oyster in front of me, and I thought I can do, be, have anything I want in life. And that's still true today. You can do whatever you want in life. You can be anything, you can have anything, you can do anything. It's all in your thoughts and in your mind and in your belief. It's just so very cool to get these posters again and kind of still have that same magic. I still feel like I am still that same 19-year-old kid. I'm 49, the body creaks, the body moans, the body aches. But in my head, I'm still that 19-year-old kid in my basement, dreaming rock and roll dreams. And these posters remind me of that every single day. And that makes me proud to be a Kiss fan. And one last very cool piece was the addition of the superhero poster here that is available on the Unmasked order form. And this poster has been used, abused, and loved from 1979 on. I imagine that this poster probably hung on some kid's wall till about 1985, rolled up, and now it is in the Wax Night basement. This thing has so much late 1970s yellow Scotch tape on it. It's beautiful. Thank you for hanging with us tonight and waxing a little rock and roll nostalgia with us here in the Wax Night basement, celebrating some 1994 nostalgia. Long before you were born, Large Marge. Long before you were born. Be good to your babies. Spay, neuter, microchip. Take care. Be safe. We will talk to you soon.